Hey, Planeswalkers, Mythras here. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. Today I have a top 5 deck for you. Super excited to take it into action. So before we go and do that though, just want to say thank you. As always, appreciate your support. Please feel free to subscribe down over there. You can also like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Stay up to date on awesome content like this. Now, what is this deck that I speak of that's top 5? I'm very excited because of a couple things. One, it is Grixis. Two, it is mid-range. So I've been looking for a good Grixis mid-range deck, actually, and it just so happens that this deck is by Mad Dog, and Mad Dog's been floating around between 3 and 5 recently over the last couple days. So very excited about this. So Mad Dog, you may recall, was the one that had the top 25 Sultai mid-range deck, and now has shifted over to a Grixis mid-range. So was able to move from top 25 to top 5 by doing that. So I think it's pretty cool to check that out and understand that story, as well as taking a look at this deck. So what do we got going on here? So a couple things that I'll call out here in a second as we take a quick observation of this list. Now, quickly, this deck list, as always, is down below for you in the description, so you'll have access to it, so you can start playing right away if you want. Or feel free to tweak it or whatever you want to do. But a couple of key notes here that's pretty interesting. It truly is a mid-range. A lot of the focus is right here. Now, we do have a lot towards the top end that can do things for us, but we can't effectively do anything till turn 2. So this is already going to yield us a slower playing deck, so we must keep that in mind. Now, we do have a lot of good things to remove creatures off the board with Angress Rampage or artifacts or planeswalkers or whatever. So that's big. Next, we got Dreadhorde Butcher. We also got Black Lance Paragon to help us flash something in and take creatures off the board, or again, just some natural control there. But one of the key calls I want to just cover quickly here about control is we do have Whirlwind Denial. So I like this. I think this is really taken over the place of our friend here, Mystical Dispute. Now, for a couple of reasons, obviously, Teferi's gone. I think Dispute was kind of the undisputed champion, we'll say, of the blue match Tefi killer, especially because you needed this turn 2, or just based off your mana base, if you could have one land up, another tap land kind of a deal, you could still recover and counter the good old Tefi there. But if they're not running blue, you're better off running Whirlwind Denial because it's just a better all-around slip and counter card, so you can keep that in mind. If you got questions, let me know down below. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the best of 3 options because I think it's important. So let's do that. So best of 3, we got Duress. So where would I play this? 1, I would play this against Control Magic decks. 2, I'd play this against mid-range, late-game type decks. So it'd be great in the mirror. It's going to be great against things like Simic. It's going to be great against Azorus control. Additionally, any of the ramp decks, I feel that Sultai ramp was the one that didn't get hurt the most. So you will see some of these things around, and there are definitely ramp decks, so keep an eye out for those. Duress will definitely be your friend. Now, you may want to play this against Best of Green to get things like Stonehenge or the Great Henge out of their hand, or other aggro decks just to take a peek. So that is a good consideration there for you. Next, we got Aether Gust. So perfect against mono red, perfect against mono green. That is undisputed for sure. Now, you still may want to play this against sack decks that are floating around, Rakdos or Jund, so you can keep that in mind. But this would be perfect against Gruul. And then I would just run it against anything running red or green. Now, my preference here is always if you can choose a negate or a whirlwind over that to stop their play and totally remove it. That's always my preference. But Aether Gust is a great card just to slow things down a little bit and help us continue to build our board state. Next, we got Negate. So we're running 2 of these main board, I believe. Yep. So this is perfect, again, for all the control magic, things that we need to keep in mind, as well as the mirror. You may want to run this against Jeskai. You may want to run this against Azorus. You may want to run this against 4-color walkers, those kinds of things. Next, we got Whirlwind Denial. This is honestly going to fit well in any kind of shell for your Grixis here because it hits everything. So that can be a consideration for you. Again, it's just 3 mana, but I would probably swap it in for Mystical Dispute. Like I said, if you're not running blue, I think having the 1 is nice because when you can play 2 cards, that gives you a lot more value at times. Next, we got Bone Crusher Giant. So I would run this against any aggro decks or creature heavy decks, especially to kind of slow things down at the beginning. That's going to be a big one. Additionally, getting that additional body on the board is going to be really helpful for you there. So things like mono red, potentially mono green, and mono black, and mono white. Next, we got Extinction Event. So we do have 2 main boarded, which is good. Having 2 sideboard, I think that's a good split. Now, where I would play this again is only against creature heavy decks. If you're not running into creature heavy decks, that makes your the ability to swap something out for sideboarding really easy. And I think that's a good segue to cover some of the sideboarding, because I know I get a lot of questions about that from a lot of you players out there. So quickly here, we do have 26 lands. So for best of 1, that's pretty high. For best of 3, I prefer 24, but again, it's all your playstyle. I like to live a little bit more on the risk side when it comes to lands at times, but it sucks when you don't get the drops that you want. So I mean, 26 is definitely safe, but you could always start with lands. You could always cut 1 land if you needed 2 lands. That's not going to be a big deal, but the way I tend to think about it, especially this deck, is into 2 sections. I think you guys are starting to figure this out. I think about it in terms of control late game versus kind of some of the more creature heavy aggro decks. So that will kind of make it easier to figure out how to shift these cards in and out and help reposition the deck for you. I'll use Extinction Event as an example. If they're not running creatures, that's an easy one to cut. What do you put in? Well, it's going to depend on what kind of deck they're running, but also how you want to play against it. And that will kind of help you figure those pieces out as you go. So there's some examples for you. If you got questions, let me know. Always happy to help. Lastly, I have been talking for a while now, so we are going to go play. I'm going to take this in the best of 1 like I always do, but before we do so, I am currently ranked 170 right now, so I will not be taking this into Mythic Ranked for a couple of reasons. 1 is to preserve rank. 2, really at the higher end of the rank system, most players end up playing best of 3, so I will only get down paired, which really, really hurts the rank. So more to lose, less to gain. I love you guys, but I'm sorry. And I know you give me a lot of beef about that, but we already know this is a competitive deck. I'm here to help show you options, how to play it, and get you hyped to also play this, or learn how to play against it. With that said, just want to say thank you. As always, please feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there. You can like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Twitch, stay up to date on content like this. Additionally, after hitting Mythic, I am doing my Mythic journey, and then I do try to do daily 3 matches, so you can absolutely catch those by staying in tune. I got some good ones coming up. It's been a pretty wild ride, and this, as I just mentioned, this will probably be the first season that I have to switch out of the best of 1 and actually play some best of 3 matches for you guys. But pretty excited about that. And additionally, if you like historic stuff, it's been more historic focused this time as well. All right. Whew. Lots of talking. What do we think? I think we keep this. And here's why I'm going to keep it. We don't need a turn 1 play, so we can scry and set up our next turn if we want. 2, we got all the colors that we need, which is really important. 3, we have turn 2 plays. And even more important, because we're not on the play, we got to think about this. Now, our opponent also kept their 7 cards, so that's going to be important to keep in mind. We do have a good top of the range card for us too in our hand, which is nice, especially when we already have 3 lands. All right. So set up nice for our next turn. Let's see what else we got. I'm going to focus on getting lands, so we got that. So this is a Mardu sack deck potentially, and I say that with Winota. So instead, I'm going to go here for now. We'll push Tajik back. So that could become an issue for us. That is an interesting choice. So we are at 4. We will make them sack. I have to do that because I need them to go a little bit lower here. So not lethal yet. Now it's... Ooh! Negate! It's playing fast. I was going to say, now it's lethal. Ooh! Now the question here is... We can do this. I think we wait. I feel like we block Tajik. I think the right play is block Tajik with Dreadhorde. If they pop first strike or block there, we can take out this. And then we can play Bone and get Brazen Borrower on the field. I think that's the play. So we're gonna try for that. Because we'll have to kill Tajik on the stack. Now we have to burn them. We'll see if we can get away with it. There we go. Alright, Brazen Borrower it is. Oh, they had their own burn. They had their own burn. So this is even. Let's see here. We can go odd. Use that. I can burn myself for 2. But oh, we're good. We're good. Nice. Nice. All right, good match there. So it worked out the way that we talked through that and played that sequence against the Mardu deck. So it was like a Mardu humans type deck. I didn't see winota, not necessarily that it wasn't in there, but it could have happened. All right, on to our second match here with our Grixis Midrange top 5 deck. Really liking those interactions, lots of good stuff. We played really well as well, which was important. Okono, here we go. So this one's a little bit different. We do okay on the mana base. Problem is they are all scries. I'm gonna try it though, I think. I'm gonna try it because we're on the draw. Alright, so that's good for our turn 2. I'm actually going to get rid of that because we have a red base already. And we just need to get some stuff that we can play. Alright, so we got a Jeskai deck. might hang on to that for now. So this is where the Mystical Dispute is going to be really helpful. We may have to drop Black Lance as well. But they might hit us with... So I didn't do that because I felt like they might hit us with Giant. If I get to 5 though, here we go. I will do it. Let's see if we can counter it. Oh, we got through. We got through. No, I always wish that we could do this with our own guy. just jazz me, guys. All right. Not helpful. This is gonna get. This one will come down to our planeswalkers for sure. So we are going to load up.
Once again.
And we'll +1. So good news is we can take Sorcerer's Spyglass off the board, which is going to be helpful. They must have had 2 of those. It's fine. We're sitting pretty good at the moment. We don't know what they have. Obviously, we're head on the mana base, and we got a few different answers. Which is just fine.
You have no weakness I cannot exploit.
That's sorry, I thought I misclicked there. He's got to kill Bolus here. So this actually worked out better for us. We just go like this. We'll push Bolus back. Actually, no, we'll just kill both of them. Yeah, we're good. We were perfectly set there. Good match against Jeskai control, so we could have just played double Angrath and hit both those, which would have been perfect. So, whew, holding up in best of one still with this top 5 deck, sorry. Top 5 Grixis deck. Alright, on to our third. Oh yeah, almost got that guy. What do we got going on there? On to our third and final match here, 2-0. Looking pretty good. We beat a Mardu deck. We beat a Jeskai deck. Let's see what we got coming next. I would suspect potentially an aggro one, but we'll find out. Alright, Heaps. What do we got going on? Oh, we're first. We got a Jegantha. But wrong color suit. Oh, do we try it? Do we try it? I don't try it. This is better. This is better. I will keep 6. I'm debating on prioritizing Anguish Rampage. I'm going to do 1 because I like the Dreadhorde better. The risk is that I don't get everything off that I want. I'll keep Croxa. And if we run into a sack deck, Dreadhorde's actually the wrong play because they can steal. Oh, it's Mardu. I'm going to put the pressure on them either way. There we go. We'll take it. That screwed their flow up, and we were set. That would have been great damage. All right, folks. There we have it. I think we saw a lot of the stuff. We didn't see Teffy, and we didn't see Elspeth. We did have Elspeth there at the end. But all around 20, 15-ish matches, or 15 minutes of good matches here. So very, very appreciative of that. And just because we're at 20, I'm actually gonna go one more here for you. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna break my 3 of and go 4 of just for you before we call it. Just because that last one was kind of a gimme there. However, it was the first time that we did get the play. All right, Crage 0. All right, here we go. I like it. We go first. We got a Mystical Dispute. We got a Nomad. This is going to be perfect for this, so we'll keep it. We got good mana base. I'll keep that one too. All right, it's probably Esper. Keep that one. Oh, discard. I'm going to get rid of Black Lance. I need to debate here on this one, actually. So I feel like we don't drop Dreadhorde yet. Ah. We'll get the rat off the board. I can deal with that. And 5. So they could drop Yorion. I think we get Bolus down. to be honest. I don't think they're going to drop more than one there.
I will spare you in exchange for eternal servitude.
We have plenty of answers either way.
Schemes are never ending.
Ah.
Schemes have been foiled.
Still have enough on the slip. Key right there. Problem is they're gonna bring him back now, but that's fine. We can deal with that. I can't get Teffy down, can I? No, I need another blue source. So here's what we do. We'll do that, so I can't get Yorion back. This is a good matchup because it's actually a tough one right now. And what I need to debate is, and the problem is, they can keep pulling stuff back with Kaya here and gaining life.
Dematerializing? Huh.
Should have waited actually on that. This is a problem. This is a problem. Might have been a misplay. I should have waited.
I'll be back. Well done. Look to see me no more.
Oh, I can't do that because that will hurt me. Shoot.
Dispelling phantasms makes me feel good. I hope you said you'd bet you beat me this time. Bravo.
There you go. So I think the play, this is going to be a weird one, but I'm going to try it. So I think it's like this. I think it's a down 3. And I think it's target player sacks a creature. that.
You must
And it
be
worked.
crazy.
We're sitting in a bad spot. They got way too many more options than us right now, though.
I won't come out.
I was out of sync.
Look to see me no more.
That's what I get for playing a 4th special match there. Was just fine with the 3-0. Ah, here we go. Well, it's not over yet. So most value is going to be down. Push that one back. They're gonna clip Elspeth anyway. Oh, they must have another one. I would have wasn't suspecting that. Yeah, there you go. Except I think that would have been a misplay.
You're not well, you beat. Am I dematerializing?
If we get a bolus, we're gonna be in business still. I guess I shouldn't give up yet, right? They could be flooded. I wouldn't have got rid of the Elspeth though. But if they pop off lethal here, we're pretty much hosed.
Oh, but you can't hit me again.
It's 11.
You're not welcome here anymore.
Keep that on the board.
You're not welcome. I had guild business to attend to anyway.
Still waiting for the green. So we haven't seen any of that yet. Alright, good game. Well, I tried. There, that gives us a little better idea of some interactions. We had a pretty interesting one there with Teferi, the sack stuff there. Probably maybe a different way to play that, but it all worked out anyway. So, alright, 3-1 today. Tried to sneak in that extra one there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. A little extra play from me. Again, let's go ahead and take a look at this top 5 Grixis midrange deck. So we beat down a jeskai. We beat down a what else did we play? No, I'm blanking. I'm gonna have to go back and watch anyway. Hard to get Alzheimer's like that. But anyway, here's the deck. It will come to me, I promise. Maybe not. Here's a list for you. Again, down below in the description. If you got questions, comments, let me know. Always love to hear feedback on gameplay, or if I should have done something differently, it helps me as well. So thank you ahead of time. Additionally, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel down over there. You can like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Again, it was Mardu Jeskai, and then it was another Mardu, I think. I'll have to look. And then the Naya, no, not Naya, Abzan list. And that, now I just figured out where the green was, Nethroi. So again, if you got questions, appreciate the subs and support as always. Hope you guys enjoy the deck. Again, this is Mad Dog's top 5 Grixis midrange deck and best of 3 mythic right now. And you take care, Planeswalkers. You stay safe, and I will see you again soon. Mythras out.